Okay, I like that.
I think that
yeah.
can be generic
Yeah,
enough.
With corporate social responsibility, the first word is corporate.
It's kind of hard to stop watching it right after this.
The students chose to write a paper that was very theoretical in orientation. And the idea was to chart the evolution of corporations. With corporate social responsibility, the first word is corporate, which means that everything that comes after that is filtered through that. And they wanted to flip it and say that in all reality, organizations need to be socially responsible corporations so that the focus is on the action and not on the corporation itself. The paper was then translated into a poster for the Rochester Institute of Technology undergraduate conference, and these students won top poster for that. One of the skills that this particular paper, these two particular projects, really focused on was the skill of working in smaller teams but within a bigger structure, and that is the structure of corporations now.
When you are done directing, at least you should be able to understand every aspect of the production process, from talent to a technical. You are the lighting person, when you come into the class, you're not only one thing anymore. By the time you're done, you're many things.
All of a sudden, you're just right there working in what feels like the real world because you're using all the same equipment that you would in the real world.
He's just funny.
Well, first of all, I have a beautiful tan.
He's gonna get tattoos of all of our names down his arm.
He's the only teacher who would actually take the time and care to pull me out of bed and have someone fetch me.
I'm committed, I'm very animated, and I love what I do, I enjoy what I do. The kids love what I do, so I think it's not only important, I think it's very, very important that you're really very passionate and honest about what you know, what you don't know.
He yells a lot at Stevie.
Stevie? Oh, that's Stevie. Stevie, you know, see this beautiful hair? Look at that, brought to you by Stevie! Stevie!
He yells, but in a loving way, not in a big, mean, scary teacher way.
Okay, Carter, that was a disaster. Okay, I do not like that.
He's very commanding and he takes control, but in a nice way.
He brings energy more than anything else. It's like when Ghost is there, everything is high energy, really intense, but really rewarding and fun.
I enjoy doing what I do, and the rest to speak for itself.
One of my main points in the workshop was to show them that the internet is full of opportunities. And for them, it was eye-opening because most of them said they had online experience. Most of them work for online media organizations in their countries. But even though they're online, they still were surprised and amazed by how many things you can do with the web. And I think it's very important to go back there with the knowledge that they received here and start applying those to, to say exactly what's going on in the country. But maybe just a little seed of democracy that hopefully will grow and bring the fruits of liberty and freedom. One of the first things that I try to tell my students here is that unfortunately democracy, unfortunately freedom of speech is still luxury in the world. So I think it's very important to realize, first of all, how fortunate you are to be here, how fortunate you are to be a journalist and actually experiencing democracy. Democracy is something that you have to fight for and defend every single day.
In the environment here at the Park School, students have to kind of do a lot of different things as well too within their projects, and so I think that I can certainly help them see the big picture of the development of their creative ideas, but also be able to assist them in the execution of that because of my familiarity with the production process and the technology that goes along with it.
That's what I like to teach, is my experiences in developing projects for television. One of the series we worked on was Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Ed for NBC, the 4400 for USA Network. And I use examples from these shows from the real world to help my students learn how the process works. This web series I describe Hockey Moms as Desperate Housewives meets Slapshot with 7- and 8-year-old mite hockey players.
And so Steve came to me with the idea, and I started giving my input in the stories, as well as specific inputs with scripts and line changes. The one thing I'm worried about with this whole kind of Caitlin, Ron won't sleep with Jeanette anymore.
Yeah. When the new administration came in, Barack Obama, that was just too much for the husband to bear, Ron. And although Jeanette is a realist and a pragmatist, she understands that things change and she's going to adjust her client base, Ron couldn't do it. He thought for a moment that the liberal judge was going to be, couldn't answer that question. Or if they found some trash on her, and you can make your own series now. That's what's great about the web. Make it in your house, make it wherever you can, but the key is to make it with quality.